Good evening and welcome to this week's Orange Tree Live. It's our question and answer session with the lovely, the beautiful Magenta Slippers. And because I can't be in two places at once, we've brought in our body doubles. So, good evening. Your name, please.
Good evening.
Your chosen subject tonight is Magenta Slippers and her Orange Tree friends. Now, I'm afraid I've got my cards a little bit mixed up along with my timings, but we'll just do our best. Your time starts now.
Magenta Slippers.
Magenta studies paleontology. What might she dig up?
Yes, absolutely correct.
Who is Folk Club Brian?
Old fossil.
Who is Rob?
Burke.
What is the difference between a donkey and an ass?
One is a landlord of a pub and the other is a folk club stalwart.
Magenta loves a bit of Shakespeare. To be or not to be? Finish the quote.
Aren't they both the same?
What is Rob famous for?
That's the question.
Magenta is friends with the Archbishop of Canterbury. But who is he?
He swears and drinks beer.
Friends of the show April has one of these that you kneel on in church.
The Right Reverend Justin Welby.
What does Magenta's pet tarantula prey on?
Hassocks.
Magenta went skydiving. What did the ripcord pull open?
Large flies.
What sort of person lived in Bedlam?
A parachute.
Part of Magenta's costume. But what is a jockstrap?
A nutcase.
Magenta was once a face painter. Why would she use methylene chloride?
As a form of athletic support.
What did Magenta and Toulouse-Lautrec have in common?
Paint stripper.
Who is Kev Mayer?
A kind of artist.
Yeah, but what kind of artist?
A pass.
That's close enough. So, before electrification, what engines did trains use?
Singer.
Written in 1892, what is the name of the long-running English farce?
Virgin Trains.
This is often said of Magenta. Please finish the quote. Her heart is in the right place, but her...
Charlie's aunt.
Excellent. I hope you've enjoyed finding out a bit more about Magenta Slippers, and thank you very much to my body double. Your time starts now. Jackie Hartley. Oh, frickin' hell. Who's fucking wrote this script? Your time starts now. Jackie... Fucking hell. Good evening and welcome to tonight's question and answer session with the lovely Magenta Slippers. Good evening. Your name, please?
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah. Due to social distancing, we weren't able to bring an interviewer into the studio, so I've had to use my body double.
Excuse me. No, it's not because of distancing. It's because you couldn't be in two places at once.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't be the question master.
Well, I thought that was
and
quite
the other
good then as well.
person.
Slippers. Now, because I couldn't play both parts, I've had to bring in my body double this week. So, before we move on, let's get started. That's absolutely terrible. Sorry. So, I'm using my body double, and it is Jackie Hartley. Now...
No!
Oh, fuck.
Hartley, stop building up your bit. All you've got to do is go, good evening, your name please.
Okay.
Actually bloody scripted.
Good evening and welcome to this week's Orange Tree Live question
funny.
It is funny. Come on.
It's not funny.
This is